I'm gonna get back when I feel like, when I feel like, when I feel like, when I feel get back when I feel like.
So Neil, what are some of your first memories of cricket?
I think one of my first and favourite memories was watching Viv Richards bat in the 1980s. I think if you didn't enjoy watching Viv Richards bat, cricket wasn't going to be a sport for you, and I think that inspired a generation of youngsters at the time, and cricket just grew from there, playing in the back garden, traditional upbringing in cricket, and then playing at my local club.
Yeah, and were you playing school cricket as well?
Playing school cricket, playing club cricket, and just as many matches as we could fit in every summer, and suddenly the summers passed by, and playing at Aberdeen Cricket Club and in Aberdeen, and then through the Scotland youth system, cricket just grew from there.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Viv Richards. The West Indies and the West Indian cricket and their style, that calypso cricket, was just incredible for inspiring so many fast bowlers and long range big hitting batsmen.
Absolutely, and I think the style of cricket that you talk about, cricket is entertainment. Obviously, it's about winning games and players developing and improving, but it's about entertaining people and inspiring and having that passion for cricket come through in the performance, and the West Indies certainly did that in the 1980s.
Yeah, sure. And then what took you to Jersey?
Well, the job came up, and very fortunate to be offered that position in 2014, 10 years ago now, and that was a great opportunity. I think Jersey is such a passionate sporting community. At the time, we had some young players who were just about to burst onto the scene, and it's been a great journey for 10 years.
Yeah. I do remember playing against Jersey when I was playing for Germany, and you guys play a really, really tough brand of cricket, which back then it used to get under my skin, you know. And now, looking back, I've got so much respect for Jersey cricket and the way you guys approach it. You've just got a really tough approach to not only playing technical great cricket, but you can just see the culture of the cricketers there. They play as a team of brothers, you know, and that's so impressive to see.
That's something that comes, I think, from such a small cricket community. All the players have come through the Jersey youth system, and now boys and girls are coming through in good numbers and good quality. We put a lot of time and effort into that, but when you get a team that's grown up together to the age of 11, 12, 13, and then is very passionate about representing a small island, you get that camaraderie and you get that fighting spirit come through in the pitch.
Yeah, and is cricket a focus in the schools in Jersey?
Yeah, we do a lot of work in schools and also in the clubs. The club game has grown at youth level over the last few years, and it's something that we're really trying to develop. I think the more that youngsters can play cricket, the better, obviously.
Yeah, so we've seen Jersey here super successful at the ECL, and every time we see Jersey or Farmers Cricket Club coming here and playing, they're just getting better and better and better. They're always learning from their cricket. The club structure in Jersey, is that a really an under sixes to a men's senior team, women's senior team, the whole stack?
It's not as developed as that, but we're trying to aid clubs in developing youth systems and in developing youth teams playing each other, and also putting a lot of time into helping the coaches develop as well, which is a key part of that process.
So 10 years ago, what were some of your first memories of cricket in Jersey?
Well, the first memory was the first tournament we went to was in 2014 in Malaysia, World Cricket League 5 tournament. So the memories of that would have been Ben Stevens, an old-time Jersey great, playing brilliantly with bat and ball, John T. Jenner bursting on the scene as a 16-year-old, and Peter Gough lifting the trophy.
Yeah, no, these are fantastic cricketers. And then I remember you had your chance and played in the UAE, wasn't it, in the qualifiers only 2 or 3 years ago, which was on Sky Sports, and a huge chance.
Yeah, we've played in consecutive qualifiers since 2015 through European T20 cricket, and the players have been brilliant to show that consistency. But I think what you're talking about there, the first time that we played on TV was 2015, and then again in Abu Dhabi. That's a massive moment for the country, because the exposure that gives and the inspiration that the youngsters get from seeing players who were in their position only a few years ago on TV has been massive for us.
Yeah, well, that's what we want to do. We want to create heroes. I mean, you talk about Viv Richards being a hero, and I had my heroes as a youngster growing up on TV. I mean, these Jersey boys now are becoming heroes for their kids back home, the youngsters, and that's why it's so brilliant to see. Some of the performances have been just absolutely outstanding, and I'm sure that is, creating this real buzz and promotion around little kids in Jersey wanting to be like the heroes that they're seeing on the stream.
Absolutely, and I think this tournament format is so explosive with the amount of sixes being hit, and we've only been here for half the tournament so far, so we've got a lot still to go. But back home, we know there's a lot of people watching, enjoying watching the performances, and also really relating to the players who they know so well.
Yeah, and how often is your national team getting together and training?
Well, we train together every week because it's a small island and we can get players together, and that's one of our strengths. we've got a number of players based in the UK in men's cricket, and we've got a women's team that's training every week as well. So we've got a lot of cricket going on the island. One of our challenges is to get off island and play enough matches. So a week like this is a brilliant opportunity.
And was Corona good for your cricket or bad for your cricket? I think you were able to play cricket during the Corona period, right?
Yeah, because Jersey's an island, it was pretty much locked down. We did still play a lot of domestic cricket, and certainly for the clubs and the youth teams, we got a lot of cricket played, which we were fortunate to be able to do. I think internationally, though, like everybody, it put us on hold, so we were delighted to come out the other side.
Yeah, and your women's cricket, if you can just talk me through what's
Yeah, we've
happening.
got a very young squad who very keen, and some good players as well. They're really developing nicely, and we think that over the next 2 to 3 years there's huge potential in them moving on up a division in European cricket.
Yeah, sure. And are many of the cricketers playing in the UK at the moment in your senior system?
Yeah, a lot of our senior players are either based in the UK playing club cricket, some trying to get into county cricket, and others at university. So we've got a squad that's spread, and what we're trying to do is help players develop. That's at the core of our belief in how to let players move forward in the game, and when they get a good opportunity off island, that's fantastic for them.
Yeah, and we've just become aware that it's the Old Victorians that are qualified for the ECL for next year. If you can explain a little bit about their club.
Yeah, the Old Boys Club from Victoria College, one of the main cricket institutions in Jersey, and they'll be excited about coming down. Farmers have been twice already and had a fantastic experience. The Old Victorians have got a good side, and they've got a lot around that club as well, and the whole club will be excited about coming down.
Yeah, sure. And what are some of the strengths of cricket in Jersey?
Well, I think the time that we put into our youth systems, boys and girls, with such a small geographical area, and the contact time we can have with players, and that's starting to show both in men's and women's cricket what we're producing in terms of players. That's a big strength for us, and that really brings a lot of passion through in representing Jersey, and also a huge opportunity to go around the world enjoying cricket at an international level.
Yeah, it's incredible. The structure and the culture that you've got you should be very, very proud of that. As I say, from an outsider looking in, I think as European countries on the continent must be very, very jealous and aspire to be like Jersey. The way you can get yourselves together, be very well trained and organised. This is a real masterpiece of what you guys have created.
We've certainly put a lot of time and effort into it. And I think what's good about certainly European cricket, different countries do it in such different ways, but always come together and compete and play some hard cricket in international tournaments. So that's what we believe in, and that's what obviously suits us as a small island. But it's also great to go and test ourselves against so many strong countries in Europe.
Yeah, I think you've got an overall cricket talent. The bowling, the batting, but essentially the fielding just looks so well organised out there. So when you've got teams like Belgium, or for example, that are just trying to hit sixes after sixes, you guys are shining through because your six hitting ability looks like it's growing out of sight, while you've still got this incredible structure of being great fielding and great organised on the field as well. So I can just see the growth with my own eyes, and the talent is just incredible.
Yeah, I think the format here, there are going to be a lot of sixes, and that's the game. So with sixes comes also catching opportunities when balls are mishit. So that's been a big factor in the games we've played so far. Belgium have got a good side. They're a very dangerous team. And it was a great game against them yesterday. And for our batters, developing a mentality as well as an ability to hit sixes has been a real good learning experience. And I think game by game we're improving with that.
So are you focusing on power hitting as a something to focus on?
We've talked about power hitting, different ways to strike the ball, but also just the mentality to try and hit more sixes. And that's great fun for batters. When you have that freedom in a T10 environment here with short boundaries, and the ability to hit 1-6 then becomes 2 and 3 in an over, it's a different type of cricket, and it's huge learning for us.
Yeah, it's a belief and an intent. And do you think that's already transforming into your T20 and longer form cricket as well? This newfound intent to score runs fast.
Well, it's a good point. We're really hoping it will, because one of our goals in this tournament has been to become more adept at striking the ball. Clearly, we're starting to do that well, and we haven't played a T20 tournament where we've had a T10 tournament to prepare. This is the first time we've been here, so it's a huge opportunity. My gut feeling with that is yes, it definitely will transfer, and it's going to be really exciting to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what are the opportunities in the coming years that you're really setting your sights on in cricket in Jersey now?
Well, we're in World Cup pathways in T20 and 50 over cricket. So next year we've got a European T20 qualifier, and our ultimate ambition is to play a T20 World Cup, which would be an amazing inspiration for everybody on the island, and all boys and girls in all sports. And also we've got the 50 over World Cup pathway through Challenge League that will start another cycle in, and over the next 4 years one of our big goals is to move up a division into League 2.
Yeah, that's fantastic, and you can see it happening. I think all of our hope and the intention is if the World Cup continues to grow, the number of teams, then Jersey will be in there very quickly. Because the improvement, on the field is, you can just see it happening, and yeah, as I say, the people involved in Jersey cricket, I've got so much respect for now, because being from Australia, you see these hard cricketers, and I see Jersey cricketers being hard cricketers, but then getting to them off the field, fine people. So it's a real absolute pleasure to know you and have you involved in playing this new style of cricket, which I don't think Jersey is a traditional cricketing culture, right? So now you've adapted so fast.
Absolutely, it's a completely new challenge, and we knew that coming in. And sometimes when you just put right on the edge of what you're used to, you can develop the most quickly. I think for us, it's a huge opportunity. We've brought down 6 of our under-19 team out of school this week. For them, the learning's massive. They're playing on televised games for the first time ever. There's a lot of interest back home, and it's really exciting for them to be here.
Yeah, so you think there's a lot of home office today while the games are on?
I suspect there's not a lot of work being done when Jersey play Guernsey the first few hours after lunch on a Friday afternoon, and that's a good way to be. Hopefully people have watched the game, they were entertained, they enjoyed obviously Jersey winning that game, and hopefully a few more still to come.
Yeah, well, we want to create cricketainment, and I think Jersey creates cricketainment. We've had some behind-the-scenes interviews with some of the players, just wonderful humans, and yeah, really, really appreciate you being here. So thank you, Neil, and thanks, and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thanks very much.
All right.